Hello, my people. It is your runner from Cali Nate, and we are going back to review style. So, courtesy of Slim Tim Reviews, was able to get Autobot Ratchet in early from Canada. So, wanted to say thank you so much for that, for the help and support on that. But wanted to review this guy because I've been waiting for this guy for a long time, and I know a lot of other people are still waiting on this guy. So, wanted to take a minute and look through it. So, of course, bring him up close. Let's take a look at his accessories first. Alright. So first up, let's take a look at the wrench. So of course, it is white plastic with silver paint across all of it. So it's got a lot of molded details in it. So I appreciate little details like that. Then you've got his missile launcher. Of course, it's got a swivel here, swivel up here. It actually compresses down in the actual mode. Then you can take out the actual pistol. Of course, you can see a little bit of detail in there. Alright, taking a look at the actual pistol itself. It is the same thing, white plastic with silver paint on it. So, got some nice details in it. At least it's molded the same, so at least it looks good. Alright. So back to Ratchet. So, of course, you can't have a figure without a box. So, here is the box that comes in, of course. Now, I don't know if the Walgreens exclusive version will have a sticker on it or not. I don't know. But we'll have to see. Of course, you get the side of the box, the back of the box, the artwork, the bottom, and the top, and that's the box. Alright, and of course you got to have the instruction manual to go with it in case you don't know how to transform a figure. If you've got Ironhide, you know how to transform this guy. The only thing different is that he actually has a different mode as far as called the medical bay, so we will show that off in a little while. But before we do everything, let's take a look at the actual figure. Bring him up close. Alright, so we got some black on the crest up here. You got a little bit of blue and black in the eyes. A little bit of like a silver face in there. You've got red accents here. You got accents here. This is all white paint on top of this clear translucent Autobot symbol. You got some red accents here, here. It actually goes all the way around, except for the hollow part. You got some red paint down here, 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 here. And that's kind of nice. It's to break up that color, because it's not to be just a white transformer. You know, we already got that. It's called Ultra Magnus. Of course, you've got the battle damage on it, but this guy looks more like he's been in the mud. That's about it. And then from the back side, of course, you got a new bumper. Of course, that's done in that gray silverish color. And then you got the hollowness. Now, I did want to point out a little bit. You can take a look in here. You do have some molding on the inside. So, I actually like how they do that with Siege. Is that there's a lot of like little intricate molding things that they do that they didn't have to do. So, I appreciate that. And it is nice to have a little bit of a change. And this is like the first time we've got Ratchet since the Classics one. And actually G1. So, kind of nice to have him back. Alright, now let's do some comparisons out there. So first, of course, you got to compare them to Siege Ironhide. They share exactly the same mold. Definitely some differences, of course, in the shoulders. You've got, the different with the light bars up here. Head sculpts are definitely different. From the side angle. From the back, the biggest thing, of course, is the bumper's different as well. But other than that, everything else is identical on these guys. So, there you go. So that is Ironhide's comparison. Then, of course, you got to put him next to a Voyager. So, you got Optimus. So, there you go. You got Optimus. Of course, he should be smaller. Optimus is the leader, so he should be a lot bigger than him. And then, of course, you're going to bring in a leader class, which is not the leader class that we used to have way back when, but that's what we got today. And this, of course, is the Cybertron upgrade Optimus Prime. Homage to the old Cybertron Galaxy Force Optimus. So As you can see, significantly taller and bulkier and bigger than Ratchet is. And then just from another comparisons, let's take a look. You've got Legends class, New Age, Jazz. So not too, he's about half the size of him. I'm having so much fun with this guy. And then last but not least, bring out a Masterpiece, look at it with him. And of course, you know, it doesn't even compare at all, hardly, but hey, we're going to do it anyways, because we can. So of course, you can see the size differences between a Masterpiece and of course, the actual Deluxe class. So that is it with comparisons. Alright, so let's get to transformations. Alright, transformation time. So, one thing that you can do, and this is up to you totally, it's an optional thing. For the chest, you can actually have it all the way flat if you want. But then it kind of cuts off his face up here. So that's why I always have it down here. So, first thing I'm going to do, pull this out, so to speak, tuck the head in, go to the back, pull his arms up, all the way up, rotate at 45, rotate another 45, and as you can see here, there's a peg here, there's a peg here. Just line those up, plug it in, plug it in. Okay, now this is just like Ironhide, so what you have to do is rotate this 180 degrees, bring up the bumper, and that'll actually peg in right here. If you can see, there's these little bitty notches. That all just pegs in right there. Okay. Alright. Well, he got his arms up. Go on, take and put the panels down. There is a peg right here, which will go into that slot. So go on, pull that up, and then open these up, these back panels. That gives you access to plug his legs together. You got a peg here. Okay, and that's pretty much it that plugs it in the back. Okay, then you just pull the arms down like so. Remember that peg we were talking about? That peg right there goes into that slot right there. Put it in there. Make sure it's all tight in there. Same thing on this side. Go on, pull it there. Okay. Now, before we do anything else, make sure this is all pegged together, stayed pegged together. And then you can just close these two panels. There is a peg here. Goes in that slot right there. Alright. Then take the windshield. As you can see here, it'll fit underneath. Then just push it down. And it'll snap into place. And there you have Ratchet in his ambulance mode. And I do like the light bar up here. I like how that's done. That's the biggest difference on this one, and the bumper compared to Ironhide. And he does roll pretty decent. And of course, you do have his weapons here. The way they show it in the instructions is you have the wrench on this side. Then you take the gun, you put it in the back here. You fold this up, and then you just peg it in right there. Now, seeing as there's how many 5mm ports on here, you can take and put them in the front if you want to. You can take and put them on the side right here. And then of course you do have slots back here as well, so you can plug that in, have it extend out, and then you can have a killer ambulance. Alright, so but he's an ambulance, so he's supposed to do the right thing. So what we have to do now to get into that ambulatory mode is this. Alright, take all that part out. You pretty much have to untransform him all over again. So, first of all, gotta unpeg these. And these are a good tight connection, which is nice. Bring that down. Bring this one down, because we got to take the arms all the way out. And like I said, I'm going to show you both versions. I'm going to show you the official, then I'm going to show you the way they show it here. Pull the arms down here, and then what you're supposed to do is take and put these back together, close these just like you were going to actually transform back in, but then you put the actual panels down here, and then you take the arms, you pull them down here, but you got to rotate it at the upper shoulder. Then you rotate this another 45 degrees, and then you just leave the arm out like that. Same thing on this side. Take it, rotate it down, and rotate again at the arm. What I don't like is like this doesn't really peg in anywhere. Like you put it here and it just sits here. And then of course you close that up. And this is supposed to be the medical bay. Now, what they also show is that you're supposed to take and attach it right here to that part. Pull this up. And then put in the wrench. And then on his other arm, put in the little phaser thing. And that is the medical bay. Now, there is another way to do it. And I'm going to show you how I do it. First, of course, take these out. Alright. Unpeg these. Okay. Put those down. Put the arms down like this. Rotate that arm down. Do the same thing inside. Extend that panel over here. Then open this up. And then open that up. And then just take the arm and then just fold it down where you've got like almost like a 90-degree bend. Same thing here. Fold it down. And now you actually have a functional working medical bay. And you can actually see on the inside of here there are details like little panels and little things here that you could use. And then you can just use these on the inside. And to me that looks a lot better. And I mean it's not the best, like I said, it's just Nate's mode. But then if I put a legend in here, that looks a lot better to me. It's more extended, has more room and whatnot. I mean you could also just take the arms and go all the way forward if you want. It's up to you. But I'm just saying that is an option. Alright. So take Jazz out. We're going to put them back in the truck mode, and then we'll start taking a look at comparisons between the vehicle modes. So, take all these out. Close that up. Like I said, you got to pretty much redo everything all over again. And biggest thing, make sure you get that the right way. Because if not, if you do not have that rotated the right way, it will not sit in there right. There you go. Unplug those. Put that back down. There you go. Peg it in. Plug it in. Plug it in. There you go. There we have them in ambulance mode. So let me get the other guys out and then we'll take a look at those. Alright, let's finish it up with some comparisons. Of course, you got the mold mates and brothers, of course, Ratchet and Ironhide. Of course, they're the same mold, except for a couple differences. And of course, the color change is different. And then let's bring in Voyager. So you got Voyager Optimus Prime, who is definitely longer than Ratchet is. So, and then width-wise, as you can see, they're about the same width-wise. So definitely different. Definitely bigger. And then I'm gonna bring in Galactic Man. Of course, this is, well, gotta finish the lookup, right? The Generation Select. I was going to use Optimus, but Optimus was super glued together in parts. So guess what's going back tomorrow? It is half the size, literally, of a leader class as far as lengthwise. So as you can tell, it's a big difference. And size-wise, yeah, he's a lot bigger. So that actually works out well for it. And then Legends class, of course, you've got Jazz here. He is the same. He's about half the size of Ratchet. That's why he's a good. The Legends are great for that little medical bay area. So like any of your Micromasters you have or Battle Masters would go good with it. But the actual Deluxes inside of this won't work. And then last is a masterpiece, of course. This is my hot rod. As you can see, they're about a finger length of size difference as far as lengthwise. Of course, this is a lot wider for it. So, but yeah, that is Siege Ratchet. So, like I said, I like this guy. I definitely like the paint, the breakups in it. It's definitely actually molded, better because the tabs actually hold in to things, especially these flaps, compared to Ironhide. So, I highly recommend it. So, if you get a chance, if you're in Canada, go to EB Games and get it. And then for everybody in the US, we'll have to wait for Walgreens to come in. Like I said, big shout out to Slim Tim Reviews for sending me this. I really appreciate it. So if you guys like this video, hit that like button down there. And also hit that thumbs up if you did like this video. Leave me a comment. Hit the subscribe button if you get a chance. And if you want to see more Nate Does reviews, just let me know. So this has been your Redneck from Cali Nate. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Alright, alright, alright.